Hey everyone, Sly47 here. Now, I was sent this video not by one or two people, but by about 12 people saying that I need to review this and do a reaction video to it because I guess Wargaming put out a video on cruisers and there might be some not so good suggestions in it. So let's see if we can pick through this and see if there's anything good out of this and also see what's bad out of it. I barely have watched the first 10 seconds just to kind of make sure I'm doing a volume check on this, but this is my first time actually ever watching this. So yeah, let's do this together. I know this has been out just a little bit, but sorry, very busy finals for Star and everything like that, which she passed, so it was worth it for that one weekend or week off for streaming, but we're back to normal schedules now for just a little bit until something else happens in our life. But I digress. If you want more content like this, just let me know. Send me videos. We'll figure out from there, see what happens. But let's jump into it. We're gonna watch the entire thing. It's 11 minutes, and I will probably stop in between going through everything.
There are 4 types of ship in World of Warships Blitz: destroyers, cruisers, battleships, and aircraft carriers.
Yeah.
They demonstrate different abilities, allowing for a multitude of playstyles.
Pretty much just the beginning. So let's see what they say about cruisers. Playstyles.
Using the jack-of-all-trades playstyle on cruisers means
Okay,
flexibility.
yes. Well,
It's suitable
okay
for
with that.
cruisers with good maneuverability and powerful AA and main artillery, such as US cruisers of Tier 6 and higher.
Tier 8 and higher.
Main battery modification 1 will increase the traverse speed of the main turrets. Propulsion modification 1 will enhance acceleration and
Okay,
increase
no,
endurance
not
of
wrong,
ship's
not too wrong.
propulsion. Air defense modification will extend the firing range of small and large caliber.
No. Stop it. So typically your AA is already pretty good on this. It could use buffs, and that's why you could go for a meme AA build, and choosing the third option for the AA slots, not a bad idea, but you're missing out on rudder shift time, which if you want to make these things even more of a knife fighter and taking on DDs, that's a better setup to go with the rudder on the third slot. But even then, it's also arguing that the turrets turn just fine as well, so might as well take the dispersion mod and or the first AA mod. But sorry, I digress. It's not wrong.
AA guns by 10%.
So it's an option. It's an option.
The combination of supplies for the jack-of-all-trades playstyle differs from the standard one. Improved crew rations will reduce the reload time of all types of armament.
Yeah.
Refined diesel will increase the ship's turning speed and speed of travel. Extra AA ammo will increase damage
Not
caused
gonna
by
hurt.
small and large
Not gonna
caliber
hurt.
AA guns. Commander skills will make your ship's firepower and maneuverability even more effective. Daredevil will increase the ship's turning speed and reduce rudder shift time. Adrenaline Rush will increase the reload speed of all armament.
No. Adrenaline Rush is great, but the problem is that you're maybe gonna get like 1 or 2 extra shells out, which could be the life or death situation, could be the make or break. But no, I would not suggest it. There's a arguably better skill, but that's all the push yourself series is and such. But yeah, those commander
Except
skills like Daredevil, you have a better skill in that in order to get your heals back and in order to have more heal. Like I see why people sent this to me. It's not going well already. It's not going well already. Yeah, no. You could use it. You could use it. I'm trying. Maybe I'm being too
ship's
nice.
HP is below 25%.
Yeah, which means you're almost already dead at that
The
point.
inertia fuse high explosive shell skill will increase the penetration power of HE shells.
Yeah, let it slide.
In battle, the
Yeah,
jack
that's
of
not
all
bad.
trades changes its objectives depending on the situation.
Yes.
For instance, enemy destroyers are trying to attack allied battleships. Our hero covers them with powerful salvos.
Man, those are some bots.
The destroyers
Those,
could have escaped, but the rapid reload skill won't leave them a chance.
No, it won't.
It's now better to stick to allied battleships and protect them from enemy aerial attacks using the effective AA artillery.
I could see why people. I could see why there's some issues here, but Jack of all trades, this was good. This is good. You definitely do want to stay near either a group of DDs or a group of battleships in the Des Moines class style because it can't be by itself all the time. But it's just such a great support ship. It has everything for it, whether or not you're assisting your DDs or you're protecting your battleships with your AA and or just protecting them from DDs. But yeah, overall, first one, I don't know what you guys would rate it, but I would just no. Air defense expert, yes. Adrenaline rush, depending on your playstyle. Because typically, especially if you're brawling a battleship or something like that, you're not really going to survive the next salvo with the adrenaline rush or daredevil. So, arguably take better skills. And IFHE depends on what you shoot more. These ships are very varied. You can do one or the other, really. You can do all like mostly AP with some HE, or mostly HE with some AP. But especially when you get at close range, this entire section, the Des Moines levels, the Des Moines classes, I should say, are fantastic at just ripping and tearing ships at close range. Sorry, I'm gonna keep going. Equipment too. Let's see what we got.
Many cruisers carry not only artillery, but also quite powerful torpedo armament, which allows using different playstyles. The Torpedo Cruiser playstyle implies the use of torpedoes against battleships and guns against destroyers. It's perfect for Japanese cruisers of Tier 6 and higher, such as Takao or Ibuki.
Miyoko and above. That's it. Don't. Alba, no.
It's essential for them not only to hit the target, but also dodge the return fire. This is why the equipment modifications used on these ships should enhance their speed performance. Aiming system modification will increase the traverse speed of main and secondary turrets.
Actually, I'm not. Never use that. I need anything higher than Tier 5. Never use that. It's worthless. It doesn't add enough. You should be running, dispersion if you can, and or turret turning like that, or turret traverse.
As well as torpedo tubes. Steering gear modification will increase the ship's turn.
Okay, double rudder is a strat. It is, but all of these are supermassive DDs. They are not cruisers. They are incredibly light cruisers, if you even want to put them at that, but they are DDs when you play them. You do not use your guns unless you get spotted by something, and then you use your torpedoes first in order to then flood them potentially, and then you use your guns because they have amazing HE, and or you use AP on DDs, and it's kind of hilarious. They just kind of go, can use HE, but yeah. Double rudder is a strat. But that first pick, no, never use that.
Speed, enhance endurance, and reduce repair time of the steering gear. The available supplies are high-grade coal.
Steering gear never goes out in this game, pretty much. It's pretty rare, so don't worry about it.
Improve crew rations and refined diesel. This combination will decrease the surface detectability of your ship, reduce the reload time of all your armament, and increase the ship's turning speed and maximum speed of travel. The main enemies for torpedo cruisers are battleships.
If a battleship lets you get that close, they're an idiot.
Commander skills will help you fight these more powerful opponents. Daredevil will...
No, because the problem is you have so little armor. You might get to 33 quickly, but you're not going to live at 33 for long, and that's not going to fix it.
Increase your ship's maneuverability.
Not when you literally have better skills in that. Once again, push yourself. Commander skills, just go back to that.
Its HP is below 33%. The inertia fuse high explosive shell skill will increase the penetration power of HE shells.
That is true. That is a right pick for this class because its HE is pretty solid, I will say, and you typically are going to be wanting to be firing HE, but once again, IFHE, you don't really get that insane of a benefit out of it, but it's not going to hurt your DPM either. So this is that makes sense. This overall.
Giant Hunter will increase damage caused by torpedoes to enemy cruisers, aircraft carriers, and battleships.
Yeah, because you should be doing torpedoes first. Do not use your guns unless you're spotted.
Advantageous artillery. Attacking stronger opponents requires more careful behavior.
Yes.
However, this ship is covered by her allies, and this lonely battleship is good prey. A perfect...
Covered by her allies in a game that, if you get focus fire, doesn't matter how many allies you have nearby.
Situation for using torpedoes.
Hey, look, respawn. That'd be kind of fun. That is a valid situation. Best torpedoes, yeah, that's right. But Tier 7 above, Tier 6 sucks. Do not use aiming system mod. No, don't use that. Double rudder is a strat, but surface detection would be a better pick for that.
The Bombardier focuses on maintaining a distance and strong artillery.
Yep.
This role is suitable for Soviet cruisers of Tier 6 and higher, for example, Chapayev or Kutuzov. An appropriate combination of equipment modifications will help you keep away from enemy ships and effectively fight against them. Main battery modification 1 will increase the traverse speed of main turrets by 20%. Propulsion modification 1 will increase acceleration and enhance the endurance of the propulsion. Steering gear modification 2 will
Yeah, this exactly is what I suggested within the equipment. Push yourself. It's the most basic. It helps all of your systems on your ship. It helps you. It helps you learn how to play better, so that then you can then eventually go for a concealment build or a dispersion build or something like that, depending on if you need it. Arguably, a lot of these Russian cruisers, especially when they're shown to Moskva, even though that's not the tier 10 anymore, it's the Nevsky, the dispersion helps. They don't really need it. So you could work on more having your guns on target faster rather than having dispersion. So this is a good build. This right, that's a good build if I can do this right.
increase the ship's turning speed by 15% and reduce the steering gear repair time by 25%.
Yep.
The combination of supplies is standard. The following commander skills concentrate on enhancing your artillery performance. Artillery Maintenance Expert will increase the traverse speed of main turrets and reduce main battery shell dispersion if your ship has more than 75% HP. The Exploit Weakness skill will increase...
This should only be done on... not on the Moskva. But they're showing the Moskva. This can be used on the Nevsky. This can be used on the Chappie. A little bit on the Donskoy, because the Donskoy is now kind of the... odd one out now in the entire lineup. I feel like it should be moved out for moved into a premium, just like Moscow was done, but or replace Riga because that's so bad. But
damage to an
exploit
enemy
weakness
ship that is
definitely.
on fire or flooding. Demolition Expert will add 10% to the chance of destroying a module on an enemy ship.
One of the best ones
now
for
let's
it.
see it in battle. These are our opponents.
You're too close already.
The right strategy is to fire at them from a distance.
That's not a distance.
If they try to approach, we have to move away. Proceed until all the opponents are
Yes, unless you're the Moskva, and then you use the Kaba guns that are basically your secondaries, and you absolutely melt people down. It's hilarious. It's one of these minor benefits that if you get caught out really close, the Moskva is actually quite a good knife fighter overall. Especially when you start stripping turrets and taking out their firing systems.
on. Good armament in combination with strong armor will allow...
These do not have strong armor. That is why you are Bombardier and you stay at range, and you fire HE at max range, or AP with the Moskva or the Donskoy. But yeah, no, HE long range, long range. You stay near max range because the armor, you will get slaughtered by most other things. Your whole idea in this Bombardier role is to burn people out. And what does that mean? You have to stay at max range, constantly dodging and weaving, slowing down, moving forward, everything like that.
allow you to take part in close quarters battles.
Do not get into close quarters battles. Do not, it's by happen chance if you are. Yep. That is true. Long range, high accuracy, good firing arcs. These things are laser beams and like that. But I don't know why they didn't just show the Nevsky. Like, it's the ship right now. Like, this was out April 16th. Like, Nevsky's the main thing, and Nevsky's a really good ship. It is. It's a very solid ship. Is it as good as the Moskva? No, but it depends on your playstyle, though. Propulsion mod into never run that. Never. And I don't know why that changed from what they showed earlier, but sure, we'll go with it. Might just be an editing bug. It happens all the time. I'm betting I have dozens. So, but yeah, don't use propulsion mod to use that acceleration.
Using the battlecruiser playstyle implies boldly rushing in to face your enemies down, relying on powerful artillery and a good HP pool. German cruisers of tier 6 and higher are ideal for this role.
They have neither of those, though.
Including Admiral Graf Spee or the York, to ensure a high performance of your ship.
Did they just say the York? Oh dear lord. Oh dear lord. I can now see why people message me on this.
Focus on upgrading both its endurance and artillery. You'll require the following equipment modifications. The first equipment modification will increase the traverse speed of main turrets. Deck protection modification will reduce...
Don't use this on battle cruisers. Not unless you're like, maybe you could argue like a Puerto Rico or Stalingrad. But even then, you have the propulsion mod right there. No.
The risk of fire on deck by 25%.
Okay.
Steering gear modification
good.
will increase the ship's turn.
Dispersion will help more because then when you use precise aim, it just makes your guns literally laser beams. You can literally be like, I'm going to shoot turret number 2. You can kind of use the or you kind of say that it's better for most players that you do the turret traverse, but the dispersion at higher tiers, if I can speak, that's going to be, you're going to use dispersion because you want to be a laser. You want to be hitting all shells on target.
Speed and reduce the steering gear repair time. The following combination of supplies will be most suitable for the battlecruiser player: preventive maintenance pack, improved crew rations, and refined diesel.
That's another editing mistake, but whatever. It's fine. Don't use these. Use what they actually said. You're not wanting to lower your surface detection in these ships. So, yeah.
Certain commander skills will enhance your artillery performance.
See these.
Marksman will extend the duration of the precise aiming system ship skill and reduce its cooldown time by 25%.
Yep.
Your guns will be more accurate. The generalist skill will reduce the risk of fire and
you have sonar. Why are you using generalist? Use the sonar skill, because that way you can spot DDs and kill them, or spot and protect your battleships and see torpedoes earlier, or hunt down DDs like what you should be doing, especially in the tier 6 and tier 10. Your AP is devastating to anything.
Enhance ship's HP performance while using any damage control kit.
Bots.
Finally, armor-piercing capped shell will increase the penetration power of the main caliber AP shells.
Good.
In battle, the battlecruiser feels comfortable. Detect the enemy.
None of these ships are comfortable in the meta as of right now. All battlecruisers minus the Stalingrad, and I think, it's Stalingrad, Kronstadt, kind of Hindenburg, kind of. Some people can make it work, but there's a lot of these battlecruisers that it's just, you've got so many DDs that are strong. You also have so many battleships that you have enough armor to absorb all of their hits. They're not comfy.
If it's a destroyer, use HE shells and
no, you use your AP. Your AP will murder them.
For cruisers, use AP shells and blow it up.
Yes. Yep. Aim a little bit higher too.
Check its HP, assess your chances, and try to destroy it. The battlecruiser isn't easy prey, even for their heavier opponents.
I'll allow it. Typically, they don't actually have high HP, but they do have good enough armor to absorb all the shells to make the higher HP needed. Sorry, I'm going to keep it. Don't run deck protection. Please. Don't run deck protection on these ships. No, run propulsion in 2. That is the best mod for anything, pretty much, in slot 2. So, and they even say use recon and surveillance, but they use generalists. And, oh, come on.
The role of the destroyer hunter is
obvious. Okay, Minnow.
Its main features are speed and concealment.
They don't have speed, but concealment,
tier 6 and higher are ideal for this role, as are Italian cruisers with their SAP shells. The following equipment modifications suit them best.
No, don't use this. Do not use this. Do not use this. Now, I'm gonna wait.
Aiming System Modification 1 will increase the traverse speed of main and secondary turrets, as well as torpedo tubes. It's a crucial advantage in hunting down a fast and maneuverable target. Armament Modification 2 will reduce the repair time for all types of armament except AA guns. Steering Gear Modification 2 will increase the ship's turning speed and reduce the steering gear repair time by 25%.
Okay, so first thing first, no, you should be running turret traverse because you can actually make these things. Also, I believe their elite skills actually have turret traverse as well. So running double turret traverse, basically because of that, you can now actually knife fight DDs in these ships. That's exactly their idea, and you will not be using your torpedoes generally against those DDs unless it's a defensive manner or in order to push them out of their smoke, basically. Yeah, if you get lucky and hit a few, but overall, you're just mostly using that because you want to stay a small target to the DD because they also have the torpedoes to hit you, and you're much larger. So definitely use turret traverse or even dispersion, and I don't know if they're actually going to talk about this, but these ships actually land in a square pattern, not a duckbill pattern, so understand that, and you'll actually kill DDs a lot faster with these ships. So slot 2, no, this is propulsion and or rudder. Like, that has to be that, because guess what third slot is? Third slot is concealment, because these things can stealth torp, and they should be stealth torping. They should be. So run a concealment build on this. Go see my Push Yourself series to see that.
Select the following supplies: high-grade coal, improved crew rations, and refined diesel.
You could argue even extra AAM on the Minotaur. Just saying, if you hate, carriers like I do, but this is good. This is good.
The 3 commander skills are very important.
Oh, Jesus.
Mistweaver will improve the performance of the smoke generator ship skill and extend your smoke screen area. Air Defense Expert will extend the duration and reduce the cooldown time of the air.
Though the AA isn't that great until the tier 9 or tier 10. Below tiers, they kind of work, so if you want to have a better grind and you're willing to kind of reset your commander at the end, then Victorious Charge would be a better pick.
Defense Alert ship skill. This will help you fight off enemy aircraft. Armor-piercing capped shell will increase the penetration power of main-caliber AP shells. The main tactics of the Destroyer Hunter are chasing and trickery. Destroyers are trying to attack our allies. Finish them off. The chase can lead to the opponent's main force. Use Smoke Generator to cover yourself. If there are no enemy destroyers, don't despair. You'll find other targets. Protect allied battleships from enemy aircraft, or destroy enemy cruisers.
Most cruisers will kill you if you're not in your smoke and covering yourself, and let alone if you're against a good player, the smoke will not protect you. But yeah, if you want to pop up smoke right next to a battleship, it might keep them alive just a little bit longer. It helps out your team, or even for a a CA or an armored cruiser, give them some cover and else follow the DDs. Be a Flotilla leader, absolutely help out that, because once you kill the DDs, you tend to win the games. So Minnow should definitely be on the front lines using its concealment and its smokes to get out of jail free card and or get torpedoes out on the ships. Should be using island hopping too as well. You don't want to go against, once again, you do not want to go against other cruisers. This thing will get melted, especially if it's a Nevsky, a Des Moines, even a Worcester will kill it just because it can spot it now within its smoke. But yeah, you want to try basically always having a get out of jail free card, either smoke and or an island to cover around, because these things will blow up. But yeah, it's your entire goal is to kill those DDs, and if you can't, those shells rain actually at a really good angle that if you're hitting kind of around just the deck armor, especially in the bow and the stern, these ships can rack up a lot of damage with their guns alone on battleships. You don't even need torpedoes. I have a few games where I've got 100k with just guns. So don't despair if you're just against a lot of battleships. Use it right. Island hop, everything like that. It's a whole nother thing, and watch videos to kind of get ideas on that. So I will try to put up a video of island hopping and everything with that. Yeah, faster. Yeah. Minnow's a great blind. It just keeps getting better and better and better. Don't use that equipment. Yeah. Don't use that equipment. Use a concealment build. Ooh.
The skill master plays.
Do not screw this up, Wargaming. I love this ship.
Style used when playing with cruisers shows that guns, armor, or speed aren't necessarily the main factors of success. This style is especially suitable for French cruisers of Tier 6 and higher. The combination of equipment modifications used with the ships will improve their speed and artillery performance.
No, you need to be using dispersion mod. The dispersion on these ships isn't that great. And typically, if you are knife fighting in any shape, you are ambushing with your rapid reload. You are pre-turning your turrets. Turret traverse mostly, because also your torpedoes are fire and forget. If someone runs into them, awesome, you got extra damage, but you're not using them as a large amount of damage for yourself. It's all of your guns, because especially once you get to the Henri, it's devastating firepower.
Aiming System Modification 1 will increase the traverse speed of main and secondary turrets, as well as torpedo tubes.
Yeah.
Propulsion Modification 1 will increase acceleration and enhance the endurance of the propulsion. Steering Gear Modification 2 will increase the ship's turning speed and reduce...
Yeah, so besides using the first one, should be turret traverse and or preferably dispersion, you actually can run a concealment build on these and make them more ambushers. It's not the best idea, but it can be used, and it can be used effectively. That does a little higher level in the skill repertoire, but if you can make sure you got Master Reloader on your commander and a concealment build on this with dispersion, you can do a lot of work with these ships. But the moment you're spotted, you need to make sure you get out of dodge. They do not take damage well,
the steering
but
gear
they dish it
repair
well.
time. The combination of supplies is quite conventional. High-grade coal, improved crew rations, and refined diesel.
That's fine.
This set
Overall.
of supplies will make your ship less detectable on surface. It will also increase the reload speed of all types of armament, as well as ships' turning speed and maximum speed of travel.
Which these ships definitely need. They are fast, they turn very slowly.
The use of commander skills will make your ship even faster, both in terms of speed and fire rate.
It's darn near required in these ships. Just saying.
Adrenaline Rush will increase the reload speed of all armament, except AA guns, when the ship's HP is below 25%.
You have hardly any AA, so it doesn't matter. Yep, engine overload. Yep.
Will extend the duration of the engine accelerator skill and reduce its cooldown time. Master Reloader will do the same to the rapid...
That's basically the required skill for this line, to have it go into its own. It's good without it, but once you have this,
reload skill.
Oh, yeah.
In battle, the Skillmaster acts as a simple cruiser. But in the appropriate situation, this playstyle will allow you to turn the tide in an instant.
You're talking about playstyles, but what is this simple cruiser playstyle? See why people sent me this. So first off, foremost, these are HE throwers at max range, and then the moment you get up this close per se to your Yamato, hopefully they're not shooting at you, you switch to AP and go bow, stern, superstructure hitting them, and like we're talking 40,000 damage in one rapid reload section very quickly. Add in, you have, of course, popping in some torpedoes, and then you use your engine boost to get the crap out of there, and then go back to shooting HE. That's pretty much how you want to play these. These are ambushers, solo assassin ships, stuff like that, but else play it at first like a Russian cruiser, just sending HE at max range. That's why you want a dispersion mod to lower your dispersion, and yeah, that'd pretty much work. And on the Henry, don't use its legendary module.
Enemy destroyers are attacking an allied battleship. They are sure that no one will help it, but the cruiser engages the engine accelerator skill and intercepts them. The destroyers are trying to escape. They almost made it, but the rapid reload skill won't leave them a chance.
So actually, because of the size of the guns at 240s, when you're in the 203s or even the 155s in this line, use AP. But once you get to the Henri, switch to HE. It's just the bigger shells, or you'll actually start to overpen your AP, unless it's the Holland and the gearing and shoot. There's one other. I think it's the new Elbing whenever it comes out. That one will probably have increased armor, so that's when you use the AP, but HE mostly. So don't use what they're showing here.
A battle. The opponent outnumbers the allied team. And again, the engine accelerator skill helps achieve the victory. The
That's important, it is.
Reaches the enemy base
Get the cap.
And captures it.
Get the cap. Cap it. Cap wins. Surprising. I know, right? Cap is important. But definitely use these ships as you're in a match. You want to basically have gone from one side of the map to the entire other side of the map. These are not ships to sit around and juke in and all this other stuff, because they actually are quite slow to get up and go, but once they're getting and going, they're fast as all get out. So yeah, Henri's amazing. Don't use the propulsion mod, unless that's just an icon mishap on that one. So yeah, that is it. A lot of small things wrong. I'm trying to be nice. That was the playstyles are there, but they sometimes describe them poorly, and they use not as good equipment loadouts as what many would suggest. So yeah, if you did watch this and you're a newer player, please go over to Push Yourself series on the equipment, commander skills. That will prevent you from making the mishaps of following the failures of this video. It is important to cover playstyles, because a lot of people do have a problem trying to figure out what they should be doing with their cruiser, because it is such a versatile class, and we do need more cruiser players in this game. Stop the Shima ban, even though the CC is kind of doing that for us, but the Italian BB line does that for us too. But overall, like, you need to know these playstyles. You need to know exactly how they play, but they also didn't describe certain ships in here that are arguably also important to cover if you want to, per se, go down a different line. How do you play the Worcester line in this? Like, what is that? It's actually a skill master, but it's not the skill master that they're talking about with the Henri. Like, it was a little rough. Hope you all enjoyed the video. This is definitely a new style for me, so let me know if you like it, not like it, how it all went, and let me know your thoughts on this and my suggestions over Wargaming's. I really do wish they would contact us CCs before putting this stuff out so we can help them prevent users from falling into traps that actually this video kind of put up a lot, especially at tier 10. Some of those equipment suggestions are a 2 million loss, when you need to switch everything off, or even a million loss. So that's a lot of credits to grind, and that's hard. That's hard on certain players, especially me, who needs a crap ton of money. Yeah, it was rough. I can see why people wanted me to review that. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did end up getting this far, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you so much to the Patreon members for helping support this channel. Every little bit helps. If you want to join in on the Patreon and get early access to some of the videos that I put up, then definitely links, of course, in the link tree down below. Don't forget to join up on Discord. It's a blast over there. Plenty of fun conversations and things going on, especially whenever stream night comes along. And I just sit on there and we just shoot for the entire night. It's fun. It's great. But hopefully everyone enjoyed the video. Have a good one. Peace.